Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed your time with your family during the holidays, and I wish you a happy new year. Um, in this video today, I will be showing you the biggest pirate ship set probably ever made. So it comes from the company Mold King, and they've made two Black Pearls. This one is the second version. The first version they made was more accurate to the Black Pearl from the movies Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was built around the same size, approximately, and the colors. This one, however, is a bit bigger, well, way bigger, and has different colors. So the company took some creative liberties to enhance the ship and make it look like a massive man of war, so to speak. So stick around for the speed build because I will be showing some intricate details in and out of the ship. And at the end of the video, I will make a review and kind of summarize the build altogether. So see you at the end. So, after a couple of days and a long build, here she is, the Black Pearl #2 from Mold King. This set had 5,266 pages, and the instruction manual has 269 pages, so it's pretty thick, and honestly, it was an amazing build. So let's get into it. This ship, obviously, comparing it to the Black Pearl from the original Pirates of the Caribbean, the main difference is the size and the colors. So as you can see, this ship has a lot of gold on it, and I think it adds a lot of, how can I say, class to this ship. She's not only a pirate ship, you could kind of tell, it makes me think of Barbossa's Queen Anne's Revenge, when he took it over and he technically got very rich, so he added a lot of gold to the gritty ship, and this is what it reminds me of. So it's as if Jack Sparrow hit it big and decided to shoot a lot of gold on his ship and make it bigger. So this ship has 32 cannons, and all of them can shoot projectiles. So if you put a little cannon piece inside, or a cannon ball inside the cannons, you can shoot them. There's 16 guns on each side of the ship. And now, how did the build go? Honestly, building the base of this ship was very, very fun. I loved seeing the ship grow with time during the speed build. It was kind of interesting also seeing how the ship kind of curves, and we'll see it very well when we look at it from the front. You could kind of tell that the ship is built in a way to give it that little curved sides, something that was lacking from other ships set. In a way, they kind of looked more flat on the sides and kind of took away from realism. And speaking of realism, a lot of people on other videos or on the comments under the shop where I ordered it from, they said that this set could be potentially missing pieces. And honestly, after this build, there were no pieces missing. Everything was here. I even had a bit more cables and ropes for certain minute details. So there was extra pieces, more than enough rope. Everything was in the package. So 2 thumbs up for Mold King. That was very nice. I was stressing about that factor all along the build, and you know, if you've ever built a Lego and you can't find that one piece after 10 minutes of looking into the pile, you're kind of wondering, oh, is there a missing piece? Well, just to summarize it, everything was there. Now, once the base was built, we built the platforms. So there were 2 platforms. There's a platform, the deck over here, and then the second part, which is the captain's cabin and the in-between, I can say, room, the corridor that leads to the captain's cabins, as you saw in the speed build. After that, it was the sails, and honestly, the other comments I had seen was that the sails of the ship weren't tall enough for a ship this size. And honestly, when I look at it from far, I think I don't mind, and it's actually a pretty good size. Okay, the only detail I have about the sails, or the only thing that not bothers me, but I could improve in the future, is to make the sails a bit more sturdy. Now, the people who said that the sails, the masts weren't strong enough, in their video, they hadn't attached and added the ropes. Now, with the ropes, the masts are pretty strong. I could shake the ship and the masts will hold on, because, as you saw in the build, the masts don't go all the way down in the lower levels. They start off on the deck and we build up. So that's one difference we could see compared to other sets with ships. So apart from that, what were the hardest parts? Now, the hardest parts were building the sides over here, down there, because you have to clip them together, and sideways technically, and the ship kind of had a little bit of loose, so I had to compress the ship in order to stick it well together. I did not have to use glue anywhere because everything ended up sticking and going at their spot. And the other complicated part was the rope. The ropes were actually quite fun. Yes, they were complicated at first, but once you got the hang of it, it was really fun, and it adds this touch of realism, especially with these parts over here. You have to put some ropes upwards and on the sides. It was very fun. It was challenging too, and I love a set that challenges me, because sometimes when it's too easy, it goes by fast, and I could just say it took me a full 3-4 hours just for the ropes. So that's that, and it wouldn't be complete without having a minifigure, and just for fun, look at this. The minifigure is absolutely tiny compared to the ship, which I love, because most of the time these pirate ships are just too small. You can barely fit 10 minifigs on the deck or under, but with this ship you can have at least 20 guys or girls in the lower deck and about the same number up top. Now, what's important, on the lower levels, you can make them stand and stick onto these surfaces. But on the upper level over here, as you can see, it's mostly a flat surface, and I wouldn't have it any other way. These pieces resemble wood planks, and it's just awesome because when you look at it from far, it looks like actual wood pieces, and it adds again to the realism. But if you add a little bit of sticky clay under, you can make them stand. And look at this, they even stand without it, as long as you don't move the ship too much. Now, the other interesting part is the captain's cabin. I loved this section because of the windows. Now, I'm planning on making animations and photography with this ship, and these windows will come in handy because when I will shoot some light on it, the reflection, the orange reflection in this case, will shine a nice little color onto the characters that are inside the cabin. And apart from that, here, this part over here is very beautiful, very well made, and well detailed. From far, she's a beautiful angel. I love also when we look at it from an angle, we can better see that curve I was talking about earlier on the sides over here. Another interesting part with the ropes were these pieces over here, the little pulleys. They were actually fun to hang around from on all sides. Here, have a good look at the ropes over here. Very well thought of, adds a lot of realism. Again, more pulleys on the side. And look at the back, all the detail, resembling a lot to the original Black Pearl's encrusted details on the back over here. The lamps, the classic, just beautiful. I love the sides over here too. Obviously, little minifigures, but from far, it creates a nice little effect. There are also two functioning anchors, one on each side. So you just unhook it from here and play with this over here to lower it and lift it back up. One thing that's going to be a challenge for later on, if I want to go explore the lower levels again, I'm going to have to detach almost every rope that I've installed on the sides of the ship in order to remove platform 1 and 2 in order to go below. But it's not that complicated. All you have to do is remove these rail pieces and the ropes will come off. However, up here, you're gonna have to work a little bit more because you have to detach this rope right over here, connecting all 3 masts in order to remove them separately and consequently remove the platform. The instruction manual was actually pretty easy to understand. Here, let's go look at it. Very comprehensible. Everything new on the piece was highlighted in red, and the only difficulty I encountered were some moments that I actually mixed up certain pieces at certain places, because there's a lot of black pieces on black pieces, so you can easily get mixed up along the way. But if you stay focused, you won't miss anything. So again, very well detailed. Here's your number of pieces. Here's where they go. They even zoom in and show you different angles. Now, this was pretty fun. Yeah. Another interesting facet of this ship are the sails. These sails, just to be specific. Obviously, the three main sails, top sails, are very beautiful, but these ones on the side, here, you'll see it better. This one, these two over here, and that one. They add a little bit more realism again, and they were pretty fun to install with the ropes. Had to pull them all across the ship. Very well thought of. So, all in all, do I recommend this ship? Well, to anyone who is a huge fan of building, whether it's Lego, Mega Bloks, whatever the company, ships, pirate ships, navy ships, whatever, this is worth it. After all the hours, and again, I did not mention this, but it's just $300 Canadian money, okay? So around 300 bucks with the taxes and shipping, and went up to 350, 360. But if you were to buy something this big from another company, you would be paying easily 800 bucks or more. So for 5,000 pieces, $300-ish, this is definitely worth it, and it will be a wonderful addition to your collection. It's definitely going to be the crown jewel of my collection. You don't know this, but I have 13 ships. There's some Mega Bloks in there, there's some there's some Legos in there, and now my first ever Mold King set. So here, have one last good look at it, and I will see you in the next one. Again, Happy New Year's. If you ever buy this, enjoy the build. It's pretty fun and you won't regret it. See you next time.